So guys, the minute I learned about this brand new release for Lattafa's Bade'e collection that is called Honor and Glory, I got so excited about it that I literally rushed out and blind bought it. And once I posted my unboxing on it, a lot of you were asking for a review. So that's exactly what we are going to be doing in today's video. Make sure to keep on watching for all the details. And please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as feel free to subscribe to my channel because it's very supportive for me. And once you're done with that, we can get started. So hello and welcome everyone to today's review on the brand new release for Lattafa's Bade'e collection that is called Honor and Glory. And first things first, let's have a look at this presentation that impressed me quite a bit because it's quite an affordable perfume that comes in a big box like this. The actual bottle is quite heavy. This is a very luxurious presentation, looks truly niche, and I got so interested in it because of the notes that I really want to read for you. Because in the top there is pineapple with creme brulee, in the heart cinnamon, turmeric, spices and benzoin, and in the base vanilla, sandalwood, cashmere and moss. So I was hoping it's gonna be like a gourmand with something exotic in there, and especially because it got compared to some of my most favorite perfumes, I decided to pull the trigger and get it, although I've been interested in this brand and especially this collection for a long time. But once I smelled it, I got this really sweet and warm spicy scent, and although there is pineapple and creme brulee in the top, so it should be almost like delicious, yummy, edible gourmand with something tropical, I didn't get that impression on the first trial, and actually I was smelling way more of cinnamon, which is kind of upsetting to me personally. Typically, I'm not into this note, although I'm really sensitive to it, and it is so pushed by turmeric that it feels so warm and really spicy. There is also black pepper in here that is not as aromatic as it could be, and since we have vanilla in here mixed with benzoin, it smells quite dusty. Actually, this is not necessarily my favorite note because it can make fragrance feel flat, although also give it really nice texture, being this nice resin with oriental character. For me, it is just a little bit too heavy, especially because sandalwood, cashmere and moss, they really add to that almost dusty, messy, sweet, spicy scent that is surprisingly masculine for me personally. But the first time I wore it, and I kind of oversprayed because that was for reels on Instagram, I went to work, and now I really need to tell you something about its performance, longevity and people's reaction on it, because all of my colleagues, as they were passing by my office, literally stopped, sniffed around and asked me what I'm wearing, because this perfume is definitely very strong with a room-filling quality. It is noticeable and it is bold. Unfortunately, as I said, I'm not getting too much of pineapple in here, and I thought it's going to be something really interesting, especially mixed with creme brulee. I thought it's going to be warm and really spicy, although with really nice hints of fruits and sweets. And if you really carefully paying attention in the opening, maybe there is something kind of fruity and tingling, but just for a second. And unfortunately, that pineapple note is not as long-lasting. It is very short-lived in here, so that's kind of the downside of it for me, especially because it's so cinnamonish and warm, also powdery, but not in the way I like my powdery perfumes to be. So I'm on a fence with this perfume. I don't hate it, but I expected it to be my easy grab for work or casual wear, because it got compared to some of my all-time favorite perfumes, like let's say Ani by Nishani or Imperium. Those fragrances have the creamiest, freshest and also juiciest vanilla scents, and I thought it's gonna be like that, maybe even better because of that pineapple and creme brulee effect. And actually, I think because of that note, creme brulee is the dessert with this burnt sugar top, I'm getting something almost smoky, but in a sweet, dusty, almost powdery way, which is a little bit confusing. Also, it's interesting that on the paper, I'm kind of getting like almost creamy, sandalwoody, vanilla even something not fruity but just fresh, maybe that's the pineapple, but on me wearing throughout the day, it can get just a little bit annoying and heavy. So I'm thinking about layering this perfume with some of my favorite vanillas and pineapple perfumes, you know, just to accentuate those notes, but I was hoping I will get them anyway in here, you know what I mean? Since I haven't experienced it in very cold weather, I'm waiting for it to get chillier outside, because now when it's hot, it is a little bit too much for me personally. And another perfume that I hope it's going to be similar to is Tribeca by Bond No. 9, which is super expensive, and I loved it so much for the nutty sweetness. And in here I'm getting more of a spicy sweet smokiness, so it's not really similar to that, but I think a lot of men will enjoy it, although you might think maybe it's more feminine, especially compared to the rest of this Bade'e collection with darker bottles. I was also really drawn to the red one, and just in case you're familiar with these perfumes or any other Lattafas, maybe you can recommend me something. Also, if you already smelled this Honor and Glory, what do you think about it? Because I feel like it's a complex perfume, it's definitely an interesting one, and I'm not mad at myself that I blind bought it, especially because I had high hopes that it's gonna be similar to some of my all-time favorite perfumes, but it didn't really work out to be like that. So that's like the risky part of blind buying something that always is very exciting, but I really wanted to share with you my thoughts on this fragrance that I feel is unisex. And if you're looking for a bold perfume with this massive projection, you want compliments and people's attention, then you might be really interested in checking it out, especially because, once again, the bottle is so stunning. I actually keep it in my living room because it looks absolutely luxurious and gives me almost initial musk therapy vibes. And by the way, some of you have been asking me if these are similar, and I would say absolutely not. I'm not getting the fresh muskiness out of this. It's sweet, it's spicy, it is gourmand, but not in an edible way. So you might want to check it out for yourself. Let me know if you'll pick it up, and if you have any other questions left, I'm here to answer them. If you found this video helpful, then I would appreciate your thumbs up as well as a subscription. Also, don't forget to follow me on my social media. I am very active on Instagram and TikTok, and down below you will also find some helpful links as well as discounts with which you are welcome to shop perfumes, and that would be so beneficial for both of us. On that note, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to stay tuned, smell good, and we'll see each other in the next one really soon. Bye guys.